Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's been a long time since I posted, but today I just want to show you this really nice Georgian silver sugar caster. So I'd just like to start off with a massive apology because I've let you guys down. I haven't been motivated to make any videos recently and it's shown, and I haven't posted for a few weeks now. So I'm going to try my hardest to get as many videos out in the future. Maybe they might not be as regular, maybe once a week, scheduled uploads once a week, and do as many as I can, and hopefully I'll get some more stuff in to make more videos for you guys. But I just want to show you this, which I bought about a week ago. It's a silver pepper caster or sugar caster. You can see, you'd hold it like that and shake the sugar onto whatever food you were having, and it's hallmarks at the bottom. If you can see the hallmarks, I'll walk you through the hallmarks first. So the hallmark on the left, if I can just zoom in on that one, is the lion passant, and that denotes that the object is made out of sterling silver. Then the top hallmark here is a leopard's head with a crown on, and that's the town mark for London, so it indicates this was assayed in London. And this one's made in London as well. And the top one now is the letter Q, which is a date letter for 1751. So this is George II, very old. It's pre the American War of Independence. America was still a colony for us. It's pre the French Revolution. This is a very, very old caster. And then the central mark there is an SW, quite worn, but distinguishable as an SW, for the specialist caster maker Samuel Wood, who's based in London in about the mid-18th century. So this is, right on time for that era, for that Samuel Wood's era when he was making stuff like that. I'm going to tell you how this was made, because I think it's quite interesting how this caster is made. And it's also quite heavy. I don't say how heavy it is. It feels extremely heavy in the hand. So you see something like this, you think maybe an ounce, maybe 30 grams, it looks quite light. It's actually 3 ounces, 90 grams. So there's a fair bit of silver on this as well. It's heavy, good quality silver. So I'm going to show you how it's made. I can't actually show you how it's made. I don't have a workshop, but I'll walk you through how it's made. So the foot here, this bit here, this nice thick bit of silver on the bottom, is cast. So, if you guys watch Silverpunk, who's a UK silver pourer, he uses casting as one of his techniques. He pours the molten silver into a mould, sometimes a sand mould, sometimes clay. They do clay. They do at this period, they did lost wax casting, which is wax, and that's really fine. But this, I believe, is sand casting. So what Silverpunk does is, I think this is sand casting, this foot. So this foot's been cast separately, and the shape's been imprinted into the sand, and then they've poured the silver into that shape to take that shape. It's also got nice little engraving. If you see that, IM there to the bottom, nice engraving. And you can see it's got borders here, and it's been soldered on. So they've had a torch. Well, obviously you can't have an actual torch, but they've used heat to connect this foot to the body of the caster. And I'm going to tell you how they make the body now. So the body of the caster, this main hunk, this bit here and this bit here, is all hand raised, which means you've got an ingot of silver, you've got a big chunk of silver bullion, you could call it, a big chunk of unmarked sterling silver. And they put it down onto the desk, and they'd hammer it out until it takes the shape of the body. And they'd hammer it out until it takes the shape of the bottom bit. And there might be some, I say mechanical, maybe like putting it into a little vice and then hammering specific things out. But that's how they used to make them. They used to hand raise the body. The whole thing's hammered out. The bottom, you've got like a bit of not an indent, a different layer there, which is also, it's going to take a lot of time and effort. So this would have been a very, would have taken a lot of time to make. But this guy, Samuel Wood, he's a prolific maker as well, which means that he made a lot of these casters. So there's a lot of examples to go around. Sometimes this one's called a bun-shaped caster, because it's got a rounded end. But sometimes they've got big, tall, pierced casters. The lid goes all the way up to there. It's got a little finial on top. Those are beautiful pieces. I hope to get one of them in the future. But the piercing, unfortunately, the pierce work is so fine that a lot of the time it gets broken. So it's really hard to find a good example. This is all hand raised. And obviously, there's the third part of this, because there's casting. More casting. This border, see this border here, this line bit here, and these borders here, these are cast. So this is where the tricky work comes in. So these bits, really shallow, they're not too shallow, but they're shallow discs, imprinted, shallow brass or iron discs at an angle, that are imprinted into the sand. Pour them out. Once you've got the finished product, you solder it on with heat, and then file it off so it takes that pattern. You have to be extremely good at doing that. A lot of people died. A lot of people got really badly injured or died from soldering and casting. It's a very, very hard process to do when you didn't have torches. And it's not like silver punch casting today, which is all... I'm not saying it's easy. Believe me, I'm not saying it's easy. But I'm saying it's easier than it would have been 270 years ago, before the Industrial Revolution, before there wasn't anything to help you. So we know that it's very hard to make already. And then the piercing is the final job. So this isn't as hard, because it's only holes in this one, and they're not, they're not all even. You can see that some are bigger than others, which is actually one of my favourite parts of it. The aspect of handmadeness, unevenness, shows you that it has been handmade, and not mass-produced. Everything's perfect, which is good. It's a good sign from someone at this period, but it's fine. It's fine to have it a bit uneven. But piercing. You've got a small tool, very thin in this case, and you hold this lid would have been full at one point. There wouldn't have been any holes. It's been full, and obviously the borders again. This one at the top's cast, and the others are impressioned into it, or just you got an impression into it. So it would have been whole. So we held it the lid like that. I'm not going to take it off because this is especially stiff. It's especially stiff, and I don't want to damage it. It does come off. I've tried taking it off. It does come off, but I just don't want to fling it around. Anyway, you take the lid and you get the thing and pierce through it, and it's extremely hard to do because you have to get everything lining up. It doesn't have to be exactly even, but it still has to line up. If it doesn't line up, you start all over again with the lid. If you get one part of the piercing wrong, you got to start all over again. So this, I could well know this could be the second or third lid that was made, because the first two had failures on them. So it just shows you how much of a process it was to make silver casters like this one here. There's more borders on the bottom there. You see all this border work. It's a baluster form, so it goes down and then droops in, then steps out again, because it's got a baluster foot. Really, really fine caster. I bought this. If you're interested in the price, I haven't seen any other ones like this one in the market. I haven't seen any really on the market by this maker of this specific time period. But I bought this for, excluding postage, because I paid special delivery postage, £150. So it just gives you an idea of how much these things are. I've been working up for a long time, selling antiques, buying antiques, selling antiques, trading antiques, making profits, and it's business that I'm trying to get into now to become, a full-time antiques dealer, and I might get apprenticed in my local antique shop. And as you know, I've got a cabinet there, or at least I've got a middle section of a cabinet with my mate, which we rent out together, lease out. I've worked my way up from, I think the first thing I ever bought was a £10 silver teaspoon from 1914, and I worked up to this, heavy George II silver caster. So it does take time. I've been doing this for 3 or 4 months now, and I still keep all my stack. I've still got every single bit of silver you guys have sent me, and I would just like to say again how much I appreciate your guys' generosity for sending all that to me. It's great. It's treasured upstairs in my room on my display, which is now a bit more secure than last time. So if Robert comes in, he's not just going to be able to take everything. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm yapping now. So I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.